Imagine you are a woman walking down a road alone. You hear someone whistling, but don't pay attention to it. After a moment, you hear the sound again, this time a little closer. This feels weird, but you continue walking. You hear the whistle again, and this time, the source is definitely closer than before. Before you can do anything, a voice says, "Hey, beautiful lady," in your ear, and a man's body brushes past you, pinching your arm as he goes along. How would you respond? You will probably be in shock. And the man has probably left by the time you realize that something wrong has happened to you, so you cannot react. Imagine you are walking down the same street a few days later. You hear the whistling again. You walk faster, but he catches up with you, and this time he says, "Why are you in such a hurry, baby?" And this time he pinches your waist before he disappears. What next? You may start avoiding that road, no matter how much longer the other route is. But what if that road is unavoidable on your route and you cannot afford to take an auto or a taxi instead of walking every day? What then? You are not trained in self defense, and learning some form of it is both expensive and time consuming. So you cannot attack the man the next time he comes close. So you will probably decide that it is best to ignore it. You deal with the inconvenience, telling yourself that he won't have the courage to do more than whistle and pinch in a public place. But can you be sure that it ends there? Sexual harassment of a woman in a public place is referred to as eve-teasing. Such harassment may be verbal, like passing lewd comments, or it may be physical, like pinching or obstructing her way, or it may be done through gestures like winking or staring. Although it seems like a harmless and playful term, eve-teasing often has serious consequences. Several instances that started out as eve-teasing have resulted in rape or murder or acid attacks. Several sections of the Indian Penal Code or IPC outline the various forms of eve-teasing and spell out the punishment in such cases. These range from fines to prison sentences up to 7 years. Although the IPC does not use the term eve-teasing explicitly, it penalizes acts that constitute eve-teasing. Some of these are performing obscene acts, including singing obscene songs in public, assaulting a woman with the intent to outrage her modesty, and displaying objects or uttering words that intrude on a woman's privacy. Tamil Nadu even has a dedicated act passed in 1998 to combat eve-teasing. Despite all this, we don't often read about eve-teasing cases in the newspaper. Perhaps this is because not many women report these cases. Or it could be that eve teasing as an issue gets sidelined in the face of other forms of gender discrimination, like dowry harassment or domestic violence. But eve teasing deserves as much importance as these issues because it is the same mindset that leads to all these crimes. Society valuing men more than women and telling men that they may do as they please with women is what makes one man beat his wife at home and another grope a stranger on the street. Let us go back to our imagined scenario. You want to take action against the man who has been harassing you on the streets. How should you go about it? The first resort would be to file a police complaint. The investigating officer then decides if the complainant needs to provide a statement or be spoken to further about what has occurred. The second option is to hire a lawyer who can help the complainant navigate through the complex legal systems by helping with the right information about the crime and the legal options available. The courts have, in the past, held men accountable for harassing women in public places. In Kerala, a man who winked at a woman and forcibly held her hands was found guilty of outraging her modesty as she had no intent to reciprocate his advances. In another case, the Supreme Court held that a man slapping a woman on her posterior amounted to an outrage to her modesty as the action was capable of shocking her sense of decency. But if the police and courts are too intimidating or expensive, one can approach an NGO or a legal aid center in a law college or dedicated online fora and women's helplines for guidance. These avenues offer support to women by helping them with legal information and offering counseling. Here are a few national and regional helplines that victims of eve teasing can reach out to in India. Eve teasing is not only a serious disturbance to you and me at a personal level, but also a social evil addressed by Indian law. This video is meant to highlight the problem and let you know that there are options for legal recourse. We leave resources in the description for you to read in more detail. Do share this video with friends and family so they know how to tackle the harasser on the streets too. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Factly and hit the bell icon for updates.